Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Philadelphia Eagles. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw. Lock. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 59 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night. And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Go! Watch it now, Barney! Let's go! Green, 30!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd down, that's Gibson. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 41-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 3 catches, 63 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game, and you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
This is brought in by Hardy. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malik Jackson. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Third and long, it's Locke. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. Oh, what a move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. The Jets out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Bird shrugs him aside. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be taken down deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 47 yards.
There's obviously nothing shy about the guys dialing up offense here. They take a shot on 3rd down, and boy, did they get rewarded, even though there was good defense on the play.
The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Oh, this is blocked. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete here. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too...
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw here on 2nd and 10. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. All right, now look at me. No. Check, Patriot.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Brandon looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now here's Ross. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
All right, now look at Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll look to throw, and he connects with Ertz. And they're going to get this one all the way on across the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, it's Love. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Pirine. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And the third down pass falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Over! All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll set up a throw. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. A shotgun snap for Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Paul. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now Luck says, let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. Here's Luck. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, here's Luck. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. The Jets out to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first down, it's Locke. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with an extra point.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And this is Hurts with it, right side. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
All right, here we go. Over. Gun.
On play action, they'll throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
No. Check. Patriot. Got four down. Watch it now. Gun.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Gerald Hodges coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
All right, here we go. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And we take some time to spotlight T.Y. Hilton now. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
No. Leopard, hurry up, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. That one for Indianapolis resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And now running right through him. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
The Eagles on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Now a carry for Pirine. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Over the middle, complete. It's Paul. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them. Providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And some room to work. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there, and you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs. For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. He gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost, but this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is the absolute production on the field. The second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Luck. And this is going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Sheldon Rankins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, look at the juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Cowboys have added on to their lead. Ezekiel Elliott, he's gone over 100 yards, 102 right now for him. Luck on 1st down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 2nd down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Now Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 1st down throw. Luck setting up the screen to Pirine. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Elsewhere, they're on the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing now, Luck. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Pirine. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Again, here's Pirine. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jonathan Hankins in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. They've gone final now out in Kansas.